This border uses only one stitch. It takes 15 minutes and looks so beautiful and gives your bag the finish like it was, if you worked on it for hours. Just take a look at this braided border edge. The secret is going down one side of your hook, and it gives the border such a beautiful finish, professional finish edge. I'm going to show it to you how to do it step by step from start to finish, so you can do it too. Look how amazing this is. Hello, welcome. If you're new, or welcome back if you're not. I am Sandra, the designer behind Sandra Stitches, and you're here for some crochet goodness. And today we have a tutorial for this amazing border, braided border. We are going to learn how to work it. And I will take you through from start to finish, so let's get started. So for this tutorial, look how amazing the braided stitch is, and it's super, super simple. You will need to start with your bag. It doesn't really matter which bag you're working on. This is just a sample bag that I made for the tutorial, and we are going to work this edge. Now, I'm showing you the final, how it looks, the final product, and we will rip it up and work it all over again. For this stitch, because we're working the braided stitch here, we will need a foundation round or row. It depends if you're working in rectangles. It doesn't really matter. I will tell you exactly what to do with the corners. Or if you're working a bag in the round, it's better to start with a foundation round of single crochet. Now, it depends on the pattern of your bag. Of course, this is just a sample of half double crochets, but if your edge is, not very even, or it's a little bit wonky, so a foundation round of single crochet will do just the work. And if you have a very straight edge like this one, I think it adds a little bit more of personality and also more texture anyway. So we will need two sizes of hooks. The size that you worked your bag, whatever that is, it really doesn't matter what kind of bag you're working on. It can be a cotton yarn bag, it can be acrylic, it can be blends, it can be other materials. Whatever you are working with, use the same hook size for the foundation round of the single crochet. And then we will go down one whole hook size for the braided stitch here to give it the edge, to give it more and more texture. Why we go down one size hook? Because this is a very loose stitch and we don't want the edge to become, ruffly. So we go down a hook size, sometimes even a hook and a half size. You just will have to look what's better with your project. It all depends on the yarn size that you're using, the yarn weight, and the stitches that you're working your bag. It all depends on your project. But for general, we will go down one hook size. You will also need a tapestry needle, of course, to weave in your ends, and stitch marker to mark your first stitch of the round. All right, so let's frog all this and start again. For the edge, of course, you can use the same color that you're working the bag for the border, or you can use a contrasting color as I did here. Here I use a contrasting color because I wanted to see the difference between the sample bag and the border, but you can, of course, continue using your color that you're working with. So when we start, we will insert our hook and work one single crochet on top of each and every stitch using the same hook size that we use for the whole project, as I said before. So we introduce the new yarn and we start working one single crochet all the way around and to the end. Now, if you have corners, so you will treat your corners as you always and normally would in your project. Usually we do one single crochet, chain one or chain two in the corner to emphasize the corner. But if you're using a different method for the corner, so continue using it with the single crochet round. This is just the foundation round that we use to make our edge even, the border of our bag even. And as I said, I'm using the same hook size I use for the whole project. Now, when we get to the end of the round, let's get to the end. Here we are. This is our last stitch. We will slip stitch to the first, okay? But now we will change our hook size. And this is all the idea with this border, this braided border for bags. We go down one hook size. So now I'm using my 4mm hook, and we want to make it a little bit tighter, right? So we slip stitch to the first stitch as normal. And now we will start the braided stitch. The braided stitch is super simple. It's a slip stitch plus a chain. But the slip stitch, we have to make it a little bit looser than we normally would. Normally, we would go insert our hook, yarn over and pull through the two loops, and we have a slip stitch. Usually, it lays on top of the stitch and very, very tight. But now, because we want to give it the personality of the braid and to become a kind of braided stitch, so we will make it a little bit looser. That's also one of the reasons that we go down a size of the hook, because we are using looser stitches. And so we don't want the border to be ruffly. So we insert our hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, but pull it loose. And slip stitch. Okay, now you see it's a little bit looser than the normal slip stitch. Now we chain one and we go to the next stitch, and again pull up a loop, loose, and slip stitch, and chain one, and again pull up a loop, loose, slip stitch, and chain one. And again, this is all there is for this stitch. And chain one. As you can see, we are getting the braided stitch here on top, which after a while, you'll see it becomes so beautiful and so elegant that you will want to make it with all your bags. So insert your hook, pull up a loop loose, and slip stitch, and chain one. We don't skip stitches, we just go one stitch at a time, slip stitch, and chain one. Pull up a loop loose, slip stitch, and chain one. Now, if you're working with a bag that has corners, so of course, when you get to the chain one or chain two of your corners from the single crochet round, you will work 2 or 3 slip stitches like this with the chain one, depends on the size of the corner, right? You will measure it and probably you will need 2 or maybe you will need 3 to see that the corner fits your bag and it doesn't become too big, because we have the chain, so it opens the stitch. Chain one, slip stitch, loose, chain one, slip stitch loose, chain one. Now look how the braid becomes so obvious now and so beautiful. This is super simple. You can use this on your bags and it will give the border of your bag even more and more personality and a professional finishing, right? Because we don't want to finish our bags just plain stitches. We want to give it even something more. So this stitch is super, super beautiful in my opinion. We will continue around until we get to the end, and then I will meet you here to finish our stitch. All right, so I get to the end of my round, chain one, and this is my last stitch. And I will slip stitch to the first stitch to close the round. And of course, finish and weave in my ends. This is the braided stitch border for bags. Now, the free pattern for this stitch, the written free pattern, is in my blog. The link will be in the description box below. And also, if you want to join us for more patterns like this and exclusive patterns, we have the V-Stitch Club, which is a membership that you get 2 exclusive patterns each month and a workbook for your crochet journey. And it's $5 a month. All the details are in the link in the description box below. I would really like you to join me and join us. We have a wonderful community there in the membership. So this is the braided stitch border for bags. I think it's beautiful. Look at the texture. Look how amazing and so easy for beginners and advanced crocheters at the same time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so I can continue and bring you more content like this. And please, if you use this border, this stitch for a border for a bag, take a photo, take a picture, and put it in the comments so I can see it and we can all appreciate it. If you like this, tell me in the comments. I would really like to hear from you. So until next time, bye-bye.